What's going on? Hey guys, I'm happy to have you. Make sure you like and share this post. Make sure you can hear me. And the microphone way too far away. How y'all doing out there? Let's see here. Everybody good? Check my mic levels real quick. They made some changes to the platform. Oh, they did. Hold on here. It's running the wrong mic. If you got to, you can move just a little bit. Move your bodies. I think I may know what the problem is here real quick. Every once in a while, you know how it is with software. They make changes to software, and I thought it was working just fine until I came back. Let me know if you can hear me okay. We're going to get on with the show. Give everybody a little bit of time to get logged in here, because I know sometimes it takes a little time to log in depending on where you are located. I see that we have Dr. Dorothy is in the room, y'all. Just so you know, Dr. Dorothy's in the room. Miss Marie is in the room. Yes, yes. Hopefully you can still hear me. Miss Wanda's in the room. I need to start sending text messages just so everybody knows, especially just because it's the holidays and people be like, hey, oh, wait, I forgot the show. And it's nothing. I mean, you can go watch it in replay, but there's something about it being live. Because I am live right now. Live and alive. I'm getting, we go through things in life, experience life. Any of y'all out there experiencing life? Yep, look at that. We're going to talk this evening. We are going to talk. And you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook. All right. Everybody's here. We live. I even went on and popped up Instagram. Usually I don't do it on Instagram. I'd prefer to do it on Facebook and YouTube, but I went on to let the Instagram folks get a little clip of what this is about. So, let's see here. You seen if you're in the group, I put a post there to kind of explain a little bit about this evening, about what's going on. As far as it's the end of the year, 2024. And oh wow, y'all look at this. Everybody, woo, raise the roof. Hey, brother. Yes, Miss Marie, you did reply. Thank you. And I'll get back in there and do a reply myself. Everybody just that's tuned in right now, let's just kind of tune in to each other, tune into ourselves. Ooh, man. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath, and deep breath in your nose, out your mouth. We're going to connect and get in vibration. We're going to move and call those who are to be here to listen to this evening. And also to those who are already here and to those who are watching in replay. I'm just sending out the signal that we are here and we're receiving. Yes, yes. Got a few more people, Miss Tia. We will talk tomorrow. We can talk about some things. And blessings, brother. I honor you. So beautiful, so beautiful. So hopefully you are at peace in this moment with yourself. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. Sometime I have to go back to my Facebook post and then go back to my notes. As I'm typing along in there. But 2024 is coming to a closure, but we're about to experience more holiday, right? We just went through Thanksgiving, and then we go through Christmas, and then New Year's. I think one of the things that we have to know that in this moment in time, there's a lot of commerce, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of energy moving around, there's a lot of people purchasing, um, things from food to Christmas gifts to coming into a new year, new resolutions, and um, yeah, you know that thing we've been doing. We've been doing this. At least I've been doing this for a while, and so 48 years, but definitely I can remember the last. I probably remember since I various moments of 3 years old. Um, and I don't know. Gets quite interesting when you really think about life and how we do this. We repeat this thing over and over and over and over again. And I feel that and I know you feel it too. And there's some major shifts happening. There's shifts happening in the earth, but there's shifts happening on the planet. There's shifts happening within us, right? There's a shift happening within me. And through my own experiences of life and even getting to this age and looking, you know what? We're expanding and looking to expand our consciousness. And sometimes that can get very esoteric and it could get very um, out there. Even though it's beautiful, we start having conversations about the cosmos and the universe and consciousness consciousness being expanded through the quantum field. What does that all mean, right? Part of that means that where we're what we are seeing, why we deconstruct our faith, why we are going through these things is so that we can actually change our reality. We're looking to change our reality. We want to change our mind, but we want to change what's around us. Maybe shift some of the the pressures or the pains, or begin to heal physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I've as I've experienced certain things within myself, within my own body, I used to be really deep into wellness. Um really, really deep. And I got into wellness because I went through my own health challenges when I was younger. And it began to intrigue me. And so I was intrigued with wellness, like not just as in wellness as in health, but wellness as in um the complete man, holistic, right? Most people don't know this about wellness, but there's physical, mental, environmental, spiritual, social, and emotional. That's kind of a five. I think there's up to seven. That's six, but physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, and environmental, right? Um, a person that I really like is Barbara Marx Hubbard, and she has a book called Conscious Evolution. Um, we may need to hear some of that this evening. Is conscious evolution has to do with consciousness and how we evolve. We realize that we are evolving, and we do things based on the evolution of who we are. In other words, once we do something that we've always done, and then we see what happens, why do we repeat that again and repeat that again? Hospitals are getting bigger, food companies are getting bigger, and they're providing with they provide us with the profits that they need, right? I went to the grocery store today, and I've been working on my own shift in my body. There's ways you can shift your body from developing diseases, at least early onset. And it's amazing if you really look at a grocery store and how it becomes really difficult for you to actually even understand like what to do. You can't even go to your physician or doctor and actually ask them about food as a medicine. You might have to hit up a nutritionist, and they still won't necessarily know, but they may be able to help you towards what are your goals and objectives. But it's just amazing when we think about the expansion of consciousness and we think about what we're able to do today, but then realize that this whole system is it's not here for us. Because the thing is when it comes to money, they take care of themselves. The higher you are up in the space, they take care of themselves, and they'll eat healthy and they'll get the best doctors. Um, but ultimately, if we want to talk expanded consciousness and we want to look at how we could rethink our belief systems, I think it's vital and important for us to look at our reality. And as we're changing that, we also think about changing our own selves in this reality. And part of that is belief. What do you believe? Why do you believe that? And how do those beliefs add to or subtract to the quality of your life? How do your beliefs about money add to or subtract? How do your beliefs about healing add to? How do your beliefs about food add to? How do your beliefs about, right? Not just thinking about God, Jesus, King James, right? We're going to take that for the most part this evening. And we're going to put that on the shelf for a moment. Although I love it, we're gonna put it on the shelves. Y'all with me? Yes. Making sure y'all are with me. Yes, yes, yes. I know. Is everybody prepared for Christmas? You know, one thing that is really interesting about Christmas is the and as I'm sitting here talking about expanded consciousness and moving into a understanding and talking about wellness, um, is that it all requires money, which in return can turn around and create another stress, right? How we pay bills, how do we live, and how do we begin to truly manifest? Yeah, that's what I'm expecting and wanting. That's my desire for all of us, is that we shall have great returns on the energy that we are spending. So let's get into this. I believe some of this will help us with a direction and understanding. Um, and I want you to, one thing for sure is I want you to open up your heart, because there's something in you that goes definitely along with what I'm speaking. What I believe is that sometimes you can say something and a person may not heard it, or they may have heard it, or something that resonates with them. So it's like they did hear it, whatever it is, and it just resonates with your soul. But tonight I want to just kind of talk about what it truly means to expand our consciousness by aligning the mind, body, and soul. And I say soul on purpose because the soul to me is like attached to the body and to the mind, where spirit is outside of the body, even though it is a part of the body, right? Consciousness is here, period. It's just everywhere. And we pull in, right? And we push out. But a lot of times I know that I have focused on, you know, the spiritual aspect, but now I believe like this holistic thinking, so a holistic consciousness, right? So, in other words, like our spirituality, our physical health, and our mental clarity. You know, we talk about therapists and we talk about all these different things, but the real transformation that I believe that you can have will work in all three of these things in harmony. So I'll begin by just sharing a little bit of just my own journey over the years. You know, I've had my own, let's just say, health challenges that have taught me the importance of holistically approach to my life. When I was a young, I experienced ulcers. Didn't know they were ulcers. It wasn't from stress and it wasn't from hot food. It was H. pylori. Um, it is something that I believe transferred from the mother, but it's something that I took a protocol, just a prescription, and literally I was great. I've been great, right? Um, but up to that moment, 27, Oral Roberts University at the second bottom floor, and I lost a lot of blood in the stool. I stood up, start to go unconscious, had to get out the bathroom because it was deep in the basement. Nobody would ever find you there. Woke up sideways, heard a guy yelling my name. He's a sergeant, I believe, in the military right now. And yeah, that was an experience. Basically, that bleeding ulcer. I was in the hospital for about a week, and I just remember praying and doing. I was in that space, and I remember going through my Bible, and I was just like, "What's going on?" I was desperate, and then I put my Bible down. That putting your Bible on your body, like, because I was young. On top of it, and the minute that I was like, I'll just let it go. I'll put the Bible to the side. This was almost a week. I'm like, whatever. I mean, like, this is because that I was still having, they cauterized it, went in, cauterized it, but I was still having some issues with the cauterization, seemed like it wasn't sealing. They were talking about going in. I think that I put it down, got up the next morning, woke up the next morning, and I was no blood, you know. And after I kind of let it go, I just remember surrendering, and it seemed like that's when my body began to heal. And we all know that sometimes we have to practice letting go. I'm doing it now as much as I can. Let it go, but still not being naive, or letting go, but still not being, what would I say? Um, silly. Some people want to let go when you never did do the work, right? And then you end up in a situation, right? Remy said, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one to come? Process that. Let that sit. So later in my life, after school and everything like that, one thing is I discovered that I developed anxiety and I never had panic attacks. After going to that paramedic, I never knew what that was, and it was weird because your body starts doing something weird and you think it's really, your body really does have things happening, but yet though it's not necessarily, it's only from what the brain is doing to the body, and you don't have any control. So I dealt with bouts of that through from 27 until 40s. I haven't had no episode like that for a while. Um, Now I know a lot. Um, but anyways, later I began to explore wellness more deeply. I began to explore, that happened in like 2004, something like that. Maybe 2004, and by 2010, somewhere around there, I began to get deeper into wellness. And a friend of mine, Dr. Jerome Block, he began to guide me, and as I was helping him with some marketing stuff, but he began to just guide me and teach me about integrative versus, integrative medicine versus standard medicine of care, or now we have functional medicine and metabolic medicine. Look those things up. Well, I may get deeper into some of those later. We're going to have Dr. Joel on, and we'll be able to have a wonderful time because we'll speak kind of more openly about just medicine, um, consciousness. Um, he's in it, right? He's in it. Um, I have a book. I should have brought it over here with Dr. Block, and it's called The Doctor Within. How you can begin to learn the feelings and learn how your body feels, right? Learn how you feel. I can feel my hip and I feel something that is tugging and bothering me there. I've been feeling that, right? Um, you feel certain things, we get used to pain, and so we live with pain or live with certain discomforts. But somewhere around there, I began to somewhat prioritize learning about health. And it wasn't smooth as you go through dealing with anxiety. It's like your body has a mind of its own. But I began to fall off, if you will, not pay that much attention to things. Um, and even though I had the knowledge, I began to just, you just adapt or you adopt what's your environment. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have adopted to our environments. Um, and we may expand in the church. I mean, expand moving from church into this new space. But also, I think it's time that we begin to realize the fullness of it, the wholeness of it, and we know that we want to expand in the rest of our lives, not just from. We want to let that spiritual thing where we're looking at ourselves and looking at God in a different light, but how does that integrate with my mind and my body? Later on, I developed what we call is rhabdomyolysis, which put me in the hospital for about a week, which is basically your muscles are leaking into the blood, and the kidneys basically don't like it. As it's trying to filter, it basically, let's just say, clog the kidneys, shutting the kidneys down. That happened to 2021, my fault. And put me into a state of high blood pressure, even though my mother had high blood pressure, but that guarantee you will do things to you. So we have these bodies, man, and we move, we do everything we can. No, we don't. We don't do anything to keep these. We eat pretty much most of us just eat whatever. And we think that we're trying to make a difference in our own lives. We do the best we can. But what is a strategy? What is the true strategy for longevity? The current book I'm reading is called Outlive, and it's basically it's a surgeon, and he talks about how the medical industry has the ability to, as far as when we have fast death and slow death. Fast death is the issues and things that accidents, you know, um, things that happen to us instantly, like an accident, but slow death, like heart disease and cancer and um, um, various, I forgot what the other causes. Those are heart disease is number one. Cancer, I think, is number two. Can't think of what number three is. And that's slow death, right? In other words, something's going on, you eat in a certain way, you're doing a certain thing, and it's just slowly, right, causing possibly causing something wrong in your body. But anyways, this isn't all just about the physical health. It's also about understanding how how everything we do impacts the whole. So how you think and how you believe has a tremendous effect on how you feel, which has a tremendous effect on what materializes. When you get back, you're gonna probably need to rewatch this because I need to. How you think affects how you feel, and how you feel affects how things may materialize in your actual body. Yeah, we can get into that. So it still goes full circle back around when it comes to spiritual. Still comes full circle back around and says you do need to act upon your life and begin to do certain things that can change, right? The physical, but also we need to do things from a mental that affiliates or is connected to the spiritual. What we eat, how we move, we haven't talked about that, and how we manage our stress contributes to our ability to grow spiritually and mentally. So you can go to a church all day and shout and dance and do everything you want to, but not knowing that that whatever it is that that is full of grease and trans fats and full of bunch of sugar, you can't get in your head. You can't spiritually. It seemed like if it was God, He would somehow be able to reveal to you that what you do on the flip side is may not align up with what you're doing, rolling on the floor, going through all your emotions. Lazu said, he who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. He who knows others and what's going on, you can be wise about it. But when you start knowing who you are yourself, you are beginning to be enlightened. So many people focus on the spirituality and they neglect the physical. They neglect their bodies. They sit back and they pray over their heart disease and their cancer, and they don't think about the root cause. They don't think about the diet. They don't think about the habits. And wellness is not, and as we expand this, this is not about quick fixes. This is about alignment. And I want you to know, I know y'all are there. I know y'all hear me, but I need this for myself. And you just getting to hear me talk to myself. So the challenge is how do we expand our consciousness if we're weighed down by the very vessels that's carrying us? We got to move and we got to act and we got to think about 2025 as the whole person. And we're going to use expanded consciousness and understand the expansion of it so that we can go into new levels or new understandings of all these things. So we just not, because guess what? I'm here to tell you something. I'm here to tell you something. Modern medicine, insurances, pharmaceuticals don't give a shit about us. Our physicians do more so, but they are pigeonholed by governments, pigeonholed by the medical industry, and therefore we get caught in the fray. You heard of the story, the recent story about the healthcare worker. I mean, the healthcare CEO. I Everybody knows that he didn't just wake up one day and just do that. It's been said that he had some medical issues from the time he was a kid. Um, Not saying that someone should do what he did, but it makes me think of the movie John Q. Anybody out there remember Wesley? I'm sorry, Denzel Washington playing John Q. Seeing if I can um, find our short video um, for today. Um, I'll get to that. We want to become the full version of ourselves, and I'm learning myself. I have begun to my not just going straight to tactic. So the tactic is doing the thing, and my strategy though is putting these tactics into place and really, really being consistent and disciplined about my movement and exercise each day, and getting my heart rate up for sure every other day. That includes also yoga. Not sure if anybody's ever tried it, ever went to a class. May take a minute to find you a class, but that's you can go to a restorative yoga and find somewhere, depending on your body's condition, like beginners, elders, but restorative, where you got slower movements, connecting to your body. Um, I would suggest that you uh, look into it, and if you want, there are plenty online on your YouTube that you can dig into and discover and just give it a try. Um, we'll get into some other things that I believe that is definitely necessary. Um, but as you know, one of the biggest things that I would say, the practice I believe that is one of the most transformative practices for me has been meditation. Um, that's that has been one of my, oh man, uh, here's a quote. Nietzsche says, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky, but the conscious breath is my anchor." So how we feel and the feelings, they come, they're like moving like the clouds, but our breath, that's what's going to be with us. Meditation allows us to center ourselves and letting go of what no longer serves us. It invites the inner healing as we learn how to do this. So I'm going to have some extra time here for some healing meditation. Um, as we think about being more aware of our our lives and days to come, as we go through these holidays, And I know there are many of us that are in this position of the holidays, whether you have loved ones that have transitioned or you have people you have to deal with during this time. All of it could be a level of stress and stress that may not understand. And the other big stressor um, that we that people can have during this time is the expense, right? The expense of paying for Christmas or um, and, and just the expense of the I'm sorry the part about getting along, right? But I know in the expanded conscious community, everybody on here gets along with all their family. Everybody is tapped in and tuned in and turned on, so they don't have really any issues. So, um, one of the things I want you guys to know is that I know and I believe that there's power in our mind, there's power in our thinking, there's power with being able to connect to our thoughts and being able to take our thoughts and rewire, right? In other words, reconnect or connect new synapses of within the mind, being able to shift and change this reality. And I know moving into 2025 that that's the plan. And no matter what we are feeling or what we are going through at this moment in time, I believe that I know that we can begin to heal ourselves and we can begin to shift things outside of ourselves. Y'all with me? This is beyond, to a degree, it is law of attraction, but I think it's beyond it. This is more of connecting to the higher self and allowing that to move in us, through us, as us, right? The supposed um, godfather of medicine says healing is a matter of time, but it sometimes also is a matter of opportunity. And this is your opportunity, right? This is your opportunity this evening to not only just expand your consciousness by, thinking of like what we're going through as we deconstruct the ideologies of the church. I understand that. But now also don't dismiss the things that now that we are it's like now that we are free from all the dogma, we should be more open to receiving and understanding the vastness of who we are and the vastness of the medicines, some plant-based medicines, if you will, right? That we can experience, changing this experience. Y'all with me? If you get a chance, if you get a chance, um, I want to show a clip of this because I think it's really cool because I followed this guy for a long time. And Dr. Joe Dispenza, there's a few docs that I follow. Like he's more of a uh, practitioner of the mind. Um, but there's also um, a doctor that I'm following named Peter Attia, Attia. He's a surgeon, and he's got some amazing, amazing stuff out there. I want as far as a resource for you. So I'm going to just instead of just playing it, I'm going to put I'm going to post this in the chat. Hopefully it goes to everywhere it needs to. And I'll make sure I get it here on Facebook. My Facebook isn't working properly. So I'm gonna make sure you got that video in the chat. That's you can watch that later. Um, really beautiful. Um, because he talks about aging. I like to leave you guys with some um, resources. Of course, I still have the private group. I have a plan. I'm gonna post some stuff in the group so that because I think that this is a direction that I want to have somewhat of a focus because you know what? I want people to be able to experience this life and be able to connect to their higher self, but at the same time, feel good, right? Begin to, do things different. Hopefully that wasn't out of focus the whole time. I don't know why my camera's doing that. It probably was. Um, there are a lot of resources online, right, that can help guide us, help give us some more examples of how we can change our whole thinking, the way we think about what we may be experiencing. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful holiday. Let's see. I think I might have found my clip, but I'm gonna just post this clip. I don't want to play it. I'm gonna just post it so that way I don't have to. You guys can get back to bed because I know on the East Coast it is 10:17, and because it's 9:17, but you East Coasters don't. Heck, y'all don't have nothing to worry about right now because it's 8:17. I guess that's. I think you guys are. I think it's a rough. I think no, it might be two. Yeah, it's 2 hours behind. So it's seven. Yeah, you got it's 2 hours behind and it's an hour ahead on the East Coast. All right. All right, we're gonna get this other link posted on here and then we're gonna go into our meditation, y'all. This is gonna be a healing meditation. Okay. So it's gonna be a little different. Mm. I've done these. I even do this in silent at times, where I'm just in my car and I just sit. I know I'm going to lift up my meditation practices whenever I moving into 2025. I do a lot. I do quite a bit. At least I try to do at least once a day, but I just want to do more because it feels good. So whether you're lying down or you're sitting up firm a little bit with your back kind of straight, feeling your feet. What I want to invite you to do, I want to invite you to feel and connect to your breath. Feeling it come through your nose and I want you to direct your attention on a part of your body, whatever part you feel that you want to connect to. That part of your body can be part that has bugged you, even if it's your heart where you feel lost, or your mind, you feel lost. Whatever it is that is seems to be giving you some level of acknowledgement, pain, irritation. I want you to slowly breathe life into your body. Whatever area it is that you're feeling, I want you to target that area. I want you to target with love, giving it thanks, giving yourself thanks. And if you're not feeling anything, just feel the essence and spirit of life. Pull life into your body. As you breathe, take breaths. Just learn to love yourself. Feel the love for you. I invite you to take your hand and put it over your heart. Take your other hand and you put it over your gut. We're going to do a trick here. We want the energy from your palm of your hands, both hands, to flow into the body from the body. Breathing deeply, deep as you can, pulling in, slowly, releasing. Let's just usher in a transcendence beyond where we are right now. It's just you. And I send healing. Feel healing. Moving out your hands to your body. Just breathe. Breathe. We're going to let go of anything in 2024 that doesn't serve us. Renewing the heart, renewing the mind. And now we're going to get a feeling of love, gratitude, and understanding the opportunity that we get to love ourselves, setting boundaries. So if it's you want to get in better shape, you want to see it. You want to have better health, you want to see it, feel it. You want to make more money, you're going to see it and feel it. Have more peace, you want to see it and feel it. Always manage to come back to the breath. Feel the air come in. out your mouth. Do it again. Deep breath in your nose, deep as you can, deeper. Pull. When you have to let go, but hold it until you need to. And as you are holding it, you're preparing, receiving it, but you're preparing to release it. Get the moment or opportunity that and you know that you want to let it go, let it out. Thank you. When you have an opportunity, move your head, move your neck, move your body a little bit as you begin to come back. Come back. When you get a chance, you can open your eyes. Yes, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. We thank you. I will get some meditations in the private area or to the space that I'm dedicating to the expanded conscious community on Patreon. And I'm still going to be back next week, but we're preparing for January, getting some guests aligned so we can look at this for growth, preparing a program that I would like to do within the private community, but you don't have to be in there to take it. They will just get a discount, but this will be a really good program. The Divine Authentic Self is going to be talking about people as they commit to their resolutions for the year, but then you don't fulfill. How many people do that? You hear about people having New Year resolutions, but a lot of people don't stay committed. I know you have experienced that. Something dawned on me, and I really enjoyed this one video. I think I would like to completely end on this video, since most people that are here um, experienced experienced me with Bishop Carlton Pearson, and I think they did a wonderful job. I think this past Tuesday, they did a really good job this past Tuesday on his channel. But there was one video that I thought was on here, and I really Really, really enjoyed it. My contacts, boy, doing that meditation. This is only 3 minutes, but I just want to enjoy this. I would watch this by myself, but why not enjoy it with you, fam? Yeah, mine. Let's enjoy this together.
Thank you for being out here tonight, all of you. On this, it could have been a lot colder. It's a little hard to sing and play instruments, I'm sure, Brian, on a cold night like this. But we're all here because we want to be together. We love the social gathering. We love the interaction and the energy that happens when people come together. And I'm proud to be here with my baby girl, Majesty, to sing. She insisted that I do this, even though we haven't rehearsed it a lot. But you don't know that because I didn't tell you, right? And if I forget some of the words, she's going to help me with it too.
Let's enjoy
So
this.
thank you, Brian. This is his arrangement. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide songs being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe helps to make the spirit rise. Although we've been here many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
They know that Santa's on his way.
Yes, girl.
And he's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase,
Yeah.
to kids from 1 to 92.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. Thank you, Brian.
Yes, Brian, on the keys, give it up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
With frozen fingers like that, that's some good playing, man.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Yeah. Although it's been said
Many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I thank you guys. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And I appreciate you. My camera's wigging out. We appreciate you so much. Brother Don, Miss Marie, Infinite Limitless Monk, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, brother. Yes. Love you, John. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everyone that's out there. Merry Christmas to all you guys. I guess it's going to be Christmas before we come back together on a live. So I love you guys 100% so much. There's the Patreon link, just so you have it, as I'm building it. Have posted a few things, but want to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to at least just come in there, and then you go from free to $10. It just get in there that way, because YouTube and me doing it at this time only allows for me to do it at this time, and I could do it another time, but we're all coming here. We're doing it almost a year, and so when we get you off and we get us really together, then it allows us to really work together and be in the same space, and you can communicate with each other. So there's that. I appreciate everyone that's here, all the comments. And anyways, you guys have a wonderful and beautiful and lovely night. All right? Yes, yes. Thank you, Miss Tia. Thank you guys so much. Yes, that's sweet. We love you. All right. Well, you guys have a good one. All right? Bye-bye.